Hi, George Bruno here, also known as the Sultan of Silver. Greetings and welcome to my new studio, which is in my backyard. It's the shadiest part that I could find. The sun is out today, it's very bright, and it's low humidity, and it is magnificent. And my beard is doing exactly what I wanted to do today. Put a little wax in it, and just shaped it nice with some Kiehl's oil. That's my latest oil. One of the girls that works at Kiehl's across from where I work in the mall brought a bottle of, I think it's called Kiehl's Nourishing Beard Grooming Oil, something like that, and I tried it. It's nice. It's very nice. I have to research the main oil, Pracaxi, Pracaxi, and then it's mixed with cedarwood, sandalwood, and I forget what else. I forget what the other one is. Anyways, the main oil seems to be something that absorbs really quick, which means it's an ultra emollient. I don't feel it on my beard. In other words, when I kind of go like this, even when I'm messing with my tablet or my phone, I'm not leaving fingerprints everywhere, so it does absorb pretty quickly. So I'll try that for a week, and I'll give a more intelligent review in about a week. If you're interested in me reviewing your product, send it to me, private message me somehow, some way, and I'll review your product and I'll give an honest review. I feel like my beard is at the length right now where I can intelligently give reviews for control type products and conditioning products. When it's too short, there's not a lot of objective data. I think a beard has to be flowing and be away from the face. The big beards do anyways, in order to accurately test the products. So I'm happy to do that if you want to send me some things. I've bought so many different types of oils and waxes over the years. I have a bin in my bathroom filled with every possible kind of product you can imagine. I answer a lot of questions from guys, and many of those questions have to do with, I have a sparse beard, or my mustache doesn't come in really thick, or my beard's not as thick as yours, or whatever. And I will tell you, I love all beards except glitter beards. You can keep your glitter beards. I don't care what anyone says. Don't even come near me with a glitter beard. Just forget it. But all beards are beautiful. I posted on my Instagram a week ago a couple pictures. If you take a look at people like Ronnie Van Zant from the group Leonard Skinner, he had a very sparse beard up here. It was heavier on his chin and on his neck area, and a kind of a sparse mustache. And he wore the hat, and he was the lead singer for Leonard Skinner in the 70s. He was the voice of Sweet Home Alabama and Free Bird and Simple Man and all that. And what I have found was that when I picture him, I picture that beard. I don't think of him as any less of a bearded man, or I go, now there's a guy with a weak beard or a sparse beard. It's a beard. I grew up in the 60s and 70s. There was tons of music artists that didn't have big monster beards. Another one was Bob Seger. If you look at one of his first albums, he had a very sparse beard. It looked more like a goatee that was trying to connect to the rest of his face, but it was still a beard. It looked good. So look up early Bob Seger and early Ronnie Van Zant. My answer to people is, if your beard is kind of sparse and patchy now, grow it out as long as you can, because length and time is the solution for most of your beard problems. I've said that 1,000 times. I even have some of my fans telling other fans, and I appreciate that because it's a universal truth about beards. But here's the deal. If you've grown it out for 6 months to a year and it's still kind of sparse, the best thing you can do is maybe shape it. You're not going to get a big giant beard, but don't compare your beard. Don't fall into the trap of comparing your beard to other people's. I mean, there's beards that I follow on Instagram, and people who seem like very friendly people. You know how you can just kind of almost detect someone's character and spirit just by the things that they write. There's people that I have friendly social media dialogue with. There's people that like my Instagram things. There's people that comment on things, and I get kind of like I get a hint of what their character is like. And I start thinking, I think I could hang out with that guy. I think I'd love to have a beer with that guy and just kind of chill and hang out and talk about life. And I find bearded people to be very interesting. They're eccentric, smart, intelligent, high intellectual capital, hardworking. Not that clean-shaven people aren't, but I do like, I like the character, because there's something that all bearded guys have in common as far as their personality is concerned. And that's kind of a neat thing. And I think that's why you're watching this. That's why you're a fan of mine. That's why I'm a fan of yours as well. I am a big fan of you. You have to realize that. This goes both ways. I'm very happy that you're watching this. So think about Ronnie Van Zant, think about Bob Seger. Even Kid Rock has a kind of a sparse looking beard, but it looks decent. Don't fall into the trap of comparison. If you can only do a facial beard and have a sparser mustache, I don't even like using the word weak, because that implies weakness and some type of deficit. I don't think there's a deficit. I had the patchiest beard you've ever seen. Now it's full in every area. I can tell where the patches were, because I feel that my beard is lighter in certain areas. Like when I touch it, it just feels lighter in those areas where it used to be patchy. But when I look back, I used to like pray to God that my beard would grow. And of course, now I'm happy that I have a beard. I don't think it had anything to do with my prayers, but I just think it had to do with maturing and testosterone and getting older and more mature. So have patience. Beards are about patience. They're not about, they look cool if you're patient long enough. Let me put it that way. So if your goal is to look cool and have like a killer beard right away, you're going to be really disappointed. You're always going to be looking in the mirror. You're always going to want to be trimming the thing. You're always going to be like grabbing the clippers and snipping and trimming and zipping and stuff like that. You're always going to be looking for shortcuts that do not exist. I trim 30 to 40 beards in 1 week. That's a lot of beards. So people fall into big, and I'm using very broad brush strokes right now, but people fall into major categories, and I kind of place people in categories. People with straight, look at how straight my hair is. I kind of wish that I had curlier hair. When I was younger, it was curlier. Now it's like my hair is like literally, it's straight. Tomorrow I measure my beard. I measured it yesterday, and it was 7 inches from the bottom of my lip. Holy cow, I've never had a beard this big, and I'm kind of excited about it. It's already, take a look at my beard. You can see the S curl. Here, the C is about 3 inches, and then it comes back the other way. So I am guessing that my beard is going to be splitting within a week or two, because it's growing out here. And my goal is the third button on a dress shirt. So I know it went out, it's coming in, it's going back out, and I gotta wait like another 2 inches for it to kind of come back together, and that will be my goal. When your beard is constantly splitting, that's just the natural result of your beard pattern and the length and the pattern of your follicles. I know when my beard was short, I got like a little whirlpool, like a swirl. And man, I tried straightening that. I was blow drying it. I'm talking when it was like an inch or less. And I get guys asking me questions about that. The answer is length, man. That you can't, if you look at the side of my beard now, you can't even tell that there was like a swirl. The whole side of my face was a swirl. Length and weight of the hair brought that down. Now it's cascading down. Take a look at the side beard. All right, see what I'm saying? When you're younger, you're just messing around, or when your beard is younger, you're always messing like this. When it's bigger, you're using the back of your hands, and you're just going like this, and you're kind of bringing it away. I'm not cutting this. I'm not doing that cutting thing, that cheese wedge thing. I'm bringing it out, and I'm just encouraging it to cascade down the front of my chest, and I can go up, and you can see it's natural here. It's not contrived, it's not cut. The more you cut, the more lines you put in, the more you trim it, the more you have to trim it, the more lines you have to keep putting in. So keep that in mind. Grow a long, natural beard. and then get it shaped without a lot of lines. That's where I'm at. That's the kind of beard that I like for me, and I will say it again. Your mileage may vary, but all beards are beautiful, no matter if it's sparse or patchy. I think they're incredible. They add to the man. They don't take away from the man. If you go to a business networking event, people in suit and ties or a black tie affair, the guy that walks in who has the beard, I know, I go to fundraisers and galas and various events where I have to put on a tux, and I walk in and I'm the only guy with a big white beard, and I'll tell you what, in a tux, this looks phenomenal. In a suit, it looks phenomenal. And I can always add like a little twist. When you have a beard, it's not just suit and tie. You can have suit and funky ass tie. You can have a crazy vest. You can have a weird pin on your lapel. You can wear a top hat if you want, and no one says, who's the weirdo with the top hat? Because it works. I've always said this to you, like months ago. I said, you can pull things off with your fashion, with your wardrobe, with your attire, when you have a beard that you can't when you're clean shaven. So enjoy that. If you have any questions, please leave them below. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, forward this video to friends, post it on various social media sites. My name is George Bruno, also known as the Sultan of Silver. You can find me on Instagram at George A. Bruno. On Facebook as George Bruno Luxury Hair Experience. My website is georgebruno.com. And YouTube is Gray Bailey. I did about a year ago, I did a video called How to Give the Ultimate Hot Towel Shave. And I was working at a barber shop, and I did a quick video. Guy did it on iPhone. We edited it so quick and put it up. It's getting hundreds of thousands of views every week. It's really amazing. Check it out on YouTube. If you just type in how to give the ultimate hot towel shave, you're going to see me shaving a guy, and it was actually the barbershop owner's father. And I don't think he really needed a shave. I think it was more to demonstrate what I do when I do straight razor shaves. You might enjoy that. It's a big hit in the ASMR community. ASMR stands for Autonomic Sensory Meridian Response, and that is when you hear certain music, you feel something. Like, for instance, when I hear Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, I kind of get a chill when they hit their harmonies. And I have learned how to cultivate my voice in such a tempo and use a certain pitch and a range that I could read stories like I did it to my children when they were growing up. I could just read stories and they're just falling asleep. So I know what it's like. And then years of practicing voiceover, years of doing commercials, I've learned to modulate my voice in such a way where it's relaxing and not nails on a chalkboard. So that's pretty much the strength of that video, as well as some shaving tutorials, although we don't talk about shaving here. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it.